Honors to the elders and apostles of Good Millstone. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Okakadash. Shalom to the one-dot Israelites, Zechariah 13:8, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as bloodline, who are still oppressed together, according to the book of Jeremiah 50:33. But to whom solely belong the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of God, and the promises, according to the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 4, Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Yeah, and this lesson is basically about being very careful. Philippians 4:6 says, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be known unto God," right? But what I mean is with being careful, is this one. 1 Peter. Okay, careful has another meaning in this matter. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, which if you go into that word devil, means coming from deceiving, deception, as a warring lion walking about seeking whom he may devour. So how do you devour somebody? You come with these various different ideas of false doctrine and in general woke people, podcast, all these things, right? So if you go into the word devil, for example, in the Blue Letter Bible, and I see it, especially on the internet, you have so much videos, on different topics, on different things, right? You have the J community, the so-called Negro community. Just saw one today. Then you have women coming with their feminism. They always mix that in it, in whatever they do. So it's really bad out here. So this is, the word devil in the interlinear. And this will not be a long video. Really something short. G1140. Or 40. Wait. Want to go in the King? Yeah, I'm in the King James version, but I need the so-called Old Testament. Yeah, I don't know. Usually it should show me the so-called Old Testament also. Yeah, we got, if we have here lexicon, Strong's, devil, goat, they have this modern term, goat. If you don't know, in social media, Jake, and the other people, you know, coming with their so-called teen words, okay, or you say like, you would say like these, how they call themselves. They actually believe maybe they are cool, which, you know, if this time is anything, then it's not cool, okay. Basically, for example, if I do videos on YouTube about, you know, something really not profiting, okay, then it's not cool, okay. It just brings more confusion. It brings more. It works into the agenda, okay, of the wicked, satanic people in these last days. Okay, because you really, you know, I don't say you can't do videos about, you know, oh look, this is what you can do for, you know, pushing your finances, and you know, and this and that, you know, or sports videos and all that, you know, which I did that, but I don't do that anymore, okay, because it's also a matter of time, and you know, and you always have to invest, even if you don't upload something, okay, in your mind, you, or at least when it comes to me, I still have in my mind always, you know, you have that social media channel, right? You have to upload, you know, you have to upload at some time, at some point of time, something, you know, something new, and then you always have it, have it in your, in the back of your head, right? Somewhere in your dogs. And again, I don't say you're not allowed to upload anything like that, or to have a social media account. But as it goes for me, I don't have that anymore. You know, in a way where I post sports or whatever. And why is that? It is because in the back of your mind you always have that, have these talks about, oh, you know, there is something, I have to upload something and all that. Okay, and you really want to be focused. At least I want to be focused. Okay, and I see it. I see it with myself that I'm more focused on, you know, on this truth first and foremost. Yeah, not having in the back of your mind always that, oh, you know, this and that, whatever it is you do. Okay. Okay, so goat, they have this modern term, okay, goat, which goes back to devil. Okay. Yeah, and you have the word devil, as it seems, only in the so-called New Testament. Okay. Could know that, but sometimes it's good to double check. So it seems to really be only in, it seems that it's really only in the so-called New Testament. So it has to be invented. Let me guess. Let's go to etymology. Okay, you have the Greek influence, you have the Romans and all that, right? So this makes the whole video even more interesting when it comes to the topic. If we go into the word devil, which I made videos about it already en masse. Old English, deoful. You see, it's from the Old English, deoful, a devil, a subordinate evil spirit afflicting humans. Okay. Yeah, in the Old Testament, so-called, you had like the word spirit, I guess. Also, wait, spirit. Yes, you see, I'll give you an example. So you would say evil spirit, right, or something. Let me check that. Evil spirit. Yes, you see. So it says evil spirit in the so-called Old Testament, which is, we come back to that later, but it's basically the same as devil, so you can understand. But the word devil comes always, like I said, with deception and deceiving. Okay, so it doesn't make a difference. It makes a difference if you go into the technical text, if you will. But it doesn't make a difference if we go into somebody who uploads stuff on the internet. Okay, as if we are in a time of peace. Okay, like for example, the more stupid, okay, it is that the things that you upload, the more views you get. And why is that? Because Satan really doesn't have a problem with you uploading nonsense and giving you views for that, because people will most likely not be too much caring about what's going on. And even I, had to look a documentary today, and even a discussion, here in the German country. And actually, these both things, I was not really interested in it, but I watched it still. And why is that? Because I want to have general, I want to be informated when it comes to things that are going on right now. Okay. So there's a lot going on right now. Okay. So this is the word devil again, evil spirit. Okay, a sub. There you go. Okay, a subordinate evil spirit can afflicting humans. Okay, so there's, of course, it's the same. So if you say to somebody who uploads just evil stuff or nonsense or stupid stuff on the internet, you can say he has evil spirits. He has evil spirits in him. Okay, because maybe he says like, oh, he uses the words like Jesus Christ and all that nonsense. Okay, he maybe talks about, oh, I don't know, he webs maybe something, oh, adultery, and or he talks about all kind of different evil stuff. Also in Christian theology, the devil, a powerful spirit of evil, otherwise known as Satan, from late Latin diabolus, also the source of Italian diavolo. Okay, so you see the connection there with all these different languages. Of course, the connection is that it comes not from the Hebrew, because the Hebrew, okay, like I showed you, has no connection to the word devil in a way where it's something different than an evil spirit. It's just an evil spirit in the end. Also the source of Italian diavolo, French diable, Spanish diablo. Okay, German Teufel is Old High German Teufel, from Latin via Gothic diabolus. Okay, so I was reading that also, long time not. So let's go into that in that video. The late Latin word is from ecclesiastical Greek diabolos, which in Jewish and Christian use was the devil Satan, and which in general use meant accuser, slanderer. Yeah, we have scriptures about what Satan, his whole duty really is. Okay, when it comes to us uploading stuff that actually benefits people. Okay. But it's it's more like an investment, because you don't pay bills by preaching, okay, the gospel. Doesn't make sense. Okay, you have a real life also, and this is just if you will, the this is your salvation, because the time which we're in right now is not any time, and in the end this truth will save you, hopefully, which means, okay, your first hope in this truth is that you are someday not in a really difficult and life-threatening situation. Okay. So, roughly paraphrasing, the accuser, okay, of our brethren, okay, is found in the Bible, okay, in the book of Revelation. Okay, we will go into that. Okay. Revelation 19, 12, 9, I mean, Salachia. But first I want to finish that. Which in general use meant accuser, slanderer. So it even comes from the word accuser, slanderer, which the Bible talks about Satan being the accuser. Okay? So even there you can argue that the Bible has connections and certain history in the words that have been used in the scriptures in the Bible. Okay, that you can obviously see in the study of words also, which is the etymology. Okay, for example, I just told you accuser in Revelation 12. Okay, and here it says that. So there might be a time where this was a connection, obvious connection. People used it as a connection. Oh, this is Satan, and what they really mean is accuser. Or it can actually even be that there was a time on Earth where they talked to each other in a way, okay, where the one said, "Oh, look, this dude is a accuser," In the end, he meant Satan, and later, it grow into the word Satan. So really, there's a lot of connections. This is just what I mean, because sometimes even if you read that, it doesn't make you really, it just gives you the data. Okay, so really sometimes the times and stuff, it doesn't give you a list, if you will, but we just continue reading. Okay, so of course it's the study of words, the website being used here, like I always do, like we always do. Okay, you can check that out. Yeah, online etymology dictionary. Okay. Yeah, so thus it was a scriptural loan translation of Hebrew Satan. See, Satan. It is an agent, noon, from Greek diaboline, to slender. Okay, to slender, to attack. And who was the first attacker? Okay, I ask you now, who was the first attacker? The first attacker was Cain. Okay, Cain attacked Abel. Okay, or Satan attacked Eve and Adam. Okay, so it's always the reincarnation of this wicked seed. Okay, so you have Satan, which is a nation, not a snake somewhere in a garden. No, it is in form of a human being, which is also the so-called Antichrist. Okay, so here you go. Okay, you have the Antichrist in the Garden of Eden, talking to Eve. Then you have the Antichrist. The nation, Satan, the nation as a human being. Physical counterpart of Satan is a man. Okay, so you have that man coming as Cain in the reincarnation, attacking, okay, Abel, which his righteous sacrifice, okay, was righteous in the eyes of the Lord. Yeah, and then you have Cain saying, am I the watcher of my brother, and all that, and you know the story, right? So the first attacker, or the first attack came in the Garden of Eden, of course, and then it continued until now, where you have Satan, since the Dark Ages, being out of prison, deceiving the people. okay, or attacking the people, which comes to you in the fashion of the nation Esau Edom. Basically, the physical counterpart of Satan, okay, attacking you with all kind of, I just call it information right now on the internet. And even if there is some truth in all this information, then there's of course some lies mixed in it, okay, which really doesn't help you. It just makes your situation basically worse in most cases, okay, because I give you an example. If somebody is teaching to you the Bible, but he is teaching to you in that same doctrine that you don't have to keep the commandments, then it makes actually harder for you, okay, in some cases. When it comes to me, it was not like that, okay, but in some cases you really have even more problems coming to the conclusion that the commandments are holy, righteous, and good, and you have to keep them to the best of your ability, at least, because, like the elder apostle Tahar said it in the last camp that I watched yesterday, you can't even know all the laws, so how can you keep them all? Okay, then you have the so-called Jews trying to keep all laws perfect, which again is not possible. Okay, they don't even know all the laws if you ask them right now. Okay. Yeah, and then what is if you break one law again? Again, okay, you break all the laws if you just break one. Doesn't the scripture say that? So what they're doing is, okay, they actually lie to you if they say I can keep it perfect, because that's not possible. Again, okay, even not willingly sinning is still breaking the law. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, and if we continue reading, it has a lot to it. Shall we read all? No, I think it's good so. Yeah, let me get that real quick. Break one law, then you are guilty of all. Okay? You are guilty of all. So if somebody says to you, I have to keep, I keep the law perfectly, okay, he is a liar. This is James 2:10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all, right? So you, I don't know, maybe it is a candle because you forgot in the morning that it's Sabbath, right? Shabbat. So you automatically, after you wake up in the morning, okay, you have a candle on your table, okay, and now you have fire because you forgot that it's Sabbath, right? So now you lost, okay, you lost. There's no salvation for you, okay. You lost everything because of that one sin, okay. This is actually what they say to you if they say they keep the law perfect. Okay, it's not possible. And this is Revelation 12. Read Revelation 12. War in heaven. Okay. I believe we read from verse 6 or so. Okay. Verse 6. Yes, verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,203 score days. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, which the dragon is, again, the physical counterpart of Satan here on earth right now, especially in these last days. Okay, and the dragon, again, uses deception, uses psychological warfare, okay, psyops, psychological operations. You have a lot of that. I don't have to mention those, okay. Yeah. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called, what? The devil, okay, and Satan. So it gives you two words here. Which deceived, which is, basically the same, because Satan is a deceiver, and the word devil means deceiver, okay? And if you say devil, you automatically implicate Satan in some way, because he is the left-hand side of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which has been used to deceive the whole world, to bring out who? The elect in the end, who were not deceived by any means, by any whatever deception is being used. Okay, so most people, doing all that kind of nonsense on the internet is why? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is using them to, to further blind them. Okay, because you really have to be blinded, okay, to trust. Okay, I just saw it today. Okay, everybody comes with his own opinion, especially here in Germany. Okay, and you have politics that really bug out at some point. Like, doesn't matter who is in power, it just turns out to be worse, and it will get worse. Okay. I saw it today, like I said, a lot of things where, it's not easy. It's not an easy time, So at one hand you have the Nazis, so-called, on the other hand you have the Jewish people, then you have the ABC people, the diverse people and all that, So it's really a high risk of all kind of people coming against people and whatever, people on the streets, bogging out. You can't even work at the police anymore, because people just bug out wherever you are, man. Okay, you are in a big kindergarten, man. Okay. So, and prevailed not, neither was the place found any more in heaven, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called, that old serpent. Why does it say that old serpent? I just told you. Okay, the Garden of Eden called the devil, and Satan, that old serpent. No, it was no snake, it was a man. I just told you. That's why it is good that we was reading from verse 6. Which deceived the whole world, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. You see? And I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom. Okay, so this is not the kingdom of heaven. Okay, you have Christians, I don't know, you have all kind of people. Some of them actually believe that this is the kingdom of heaven. Okay. And, maybe if you sit there in these with these politicians, okay, you have all kind of lies going on, all kind of things that you say that really, you have to really not think about what you say to say those things. And it can be that you think you are in the kingdom of heaven, okay, if you talk all that nonsense, but at the same time getting paid for it in a way where it bombs all limits, man. Okay. Ze lacht hier voor mijn English. Yeah. So this is really what we're reading here, man. Okay. And his angels were cast out with him. Yeah, you can see actually these politicians as also as these angels, man, on the left hand side. Okay. These politicians, man. Okay. And I heard, the angels of Satan, if you will. Because who is it that rules over you here in Germany? It is those angels who, like, I'm not the only one who says that, right? If you listen to them, even if you inside of those big rooms, okay, big buildings, looking at these people, how they talk and why they talk, how they talk, and all that, you just have to admit that it's basically a big kindergarten, okay, and they know that. But guess what? They are the angels on the left hand side. Okay, so it's all just a big show. Okay. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, "Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom." And this is not even funny, of our God and the powers of Yahweh Shai, for the accuser of our brethren. There you go. Okay, the accuser. So why does it say in one chapter? Okay, these main words: accuser, dragon, serpent, snake, devil, Satan. Okay, so it's all the same if you don't get it. Yeah, like, I don't go vote. You should not vote if you call yourself a believer of the scriptures. Because what? Because it's all a big show. Okay, there is no way you have any kind of power. Okay, about what they say. Okay, basically they can say a lot, but who is really, what is being pushed through? Okay, you have no power whatsoever over that. Okay, because anyway they say one on the one side they say something, and on the other side they do something else. Okay, so where's the sense with that? Okay, exactly, there is no sense in all of that. And I hear the loud voice saying in heaven, "Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his." Okay, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Yeah. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Okay. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is... Okay, now it's getting interesting, because I want to read it to all the way to verse 17. Okay, for the devil, okay, is come down unto you having great wrath, because you know that he had but a short time. So of course, these laws, these politicians will even get worse how they already were. Okay, to the point where you can no longer make use of your right to to basically say what you think. Okay, where they put your videos down, okay, from the internet. Okay, even if you use code words, for example, ABC people, okay, all these things, like, really, of course, be in peace with all people as long as it is on you, right? But I can still say that I don't want to have anything to do with such people. Okay, and it is, guess what? I have a right to say so. But it will come to the point where they shut your video down because they just think that you have something against whatsoever people. Okay. For the devil is come down unto you having what? Great wrath. Okay, because you know that he had but a short time. So that's the reason why he goes even crazier with all this kind of stuff. Okay, it's showtime. Okay, because he sees that not all information that is on the internet, okay, is basically that hardly stupid. Okay, because you know that he had but a short time. Because really, if you understand that it's getting worse, then you also understand that it can't go on like that. Okay, because if it would continue like that, where shall this end, right? You know, people are already, you know, like for example here in Germany, you have so much migrants that the crime rate and all that, okay, is kind of like escalating, and it's a good way to trying to stop all that and all, you know, all these things. But really, it's too late. Okay, that's what I believe, and that's how I understand the Bible. Okay, it is too late. Somebody, okay, that big serpent, that big dragon, brought those people in, and not for a good reason. Okay, so if we you know, talk with each other, we have to come to the conclusion that this already happened. Okay, the great dragon came already down. Okay, and guess what? It's not beautiful. Okay, because the scripture also talks about that these Arabians or whatever. Okay, the scripture says Arabians, but you know, all kind of people, they remember the wild nature. So really, these people, okay, like I saw a video from an ex-policeman. He talked about that, you know, if you are in the police, you know, sometimes you have to deal with these people, and they come from countries, okay, where they learn to fight a policeman if they see a policeman. Just an example, okay, not you know, where like the motto, you know, what you gonna do, and this is basically not somebody that you want in your country. So who is it now who brought those people in? I ask you. Verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast onto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. Yeah, what you heathens out there don't understand is that we trying to make this world better, okay? And it starts maybe with such things, but it ends also with yeah, there is two genders, okay? Don't matter what you say, there are still two genders. I had that topic even with ChatGPT, which, you know, the most modern ChatGPT is 4. Okay, I had the topic, and I argued so long with ChatGPT that even ChatGPT, okay, you know, at some point you don't have to argue anymore because there is only two genders. It is what it is. Okay. And you can delete that video, you can delete my channel, I don't care. There is two genders. Okay. And Khan, you don't want somebody like you don't want things like that in a kingdom, okay? But you don't want war in the kingdom also, okay? Scripture already tells you nobody will come into the kingdom, you know, that is a liar, or, you know, and so on, you know. Verse 14, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and a half time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman. Yeah. This woman is talking about the hopeful elect in these end days, okay, which should be already clear after 38 minutes talking, okay, and reading. Yeah, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Yeah, because you really have to have a stable mind, okay, to see things as they really are right now in these last days, which keep the commandments of God, can, because they are righteous, holy, and good. and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly and stupidly calls Jesus Christ. Okay. So of course, Revelation 12 brings it all together, basically, you know. This is why the book of Revelation is, of course, very important. Yeah, so basically, in the so-called Old Testament, we can read about the evil spirits. Okay, I'll give you one example. For example, here, Acts 19 and 15. Okay, this is the New Testament, but, you know, wait, other by book. Yeah, by book. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just give you an example. Spirit. Yeah, today I really have a problem with this website. Sorry for that. I'm not a friend of that website today. Okay. You know, it always works, but yeah, spirit. Okay. Where is it? Here. H3068. Yeah, I was clicking on it. Whatever. Evil spirit KJV. Okay. Bible verses about evil spirits. Yeah, so you have two words again. Okay, spirits, evil spirits, you know, and of course the devil. Okay, so we could at least go into the word devil. Okay, so if we go into the word devil, and for example Matthew 4:11. Okay, diabolos, which if you listen to me, then we was already going into the word diabolos, even I believe, which is of course, as we know, the Textus Receptus. Here you can read it. This text here means Textus Receptus, which is the translation source for the KJV, King James Version, and yeah, and other Bibles that are well translated. Okay, not to confuse people, but to bring you actually, you know, the words how they really are. G122 and 8, Textus Receptus. Okay, or just Greek source text for the English translation. Prone to slander, slanderers accusing falsely. Okay. So again, we have one example. That's the only one I know when it talks about Dorsch and Appor. Okay, not Appor, Edomite. This is the only word which seems to be wrong according to the elders and apostles. as far as I know. Okay, you can write something on the comment board, but this is the only word here. Okay, and Deuteronomy, which is another source text that would be nice there. Okay, because this doesn't mean Edomite, this means Syrian. Okay, so again, these Syrians walking around killing people here in Germany and whatsoever, okay, it's not the Syrian people that I know, and I really don't care what people say. Okay, it says don't abhor an Egyptian and a Syrian. Okay, and whatever these people think, okay, the deceiver of the nations is not the Syrians or the Egyptians. Okay, it's these Edomites. Okay, like I give you an example. Here the Rothschilds from Frankfurt, I believe, where they started, the Rothschilds specifically. Okay, family tree. Okay, this is not a Syrian. Okay, as it looks for me, this is not a Syrian. Okay, maybe you see that a little bit different. Okay, but as it goes for me, I can just talk for myself. Okay, these people don't look Syrian, I would say. Okay, or are Syrian. Okay. So the scripture says, don't abhor an Syrian or an Egyptian, which the real Egyptians were so-called black people. It's just simple science understanding, because it's just too warm over there, okay, in these ancient days, for the Egyptians to be so-called white people, okay, especially not Germans. Okay, so this is the Rothschilds from Frankfurt am Main, okay, which yeah, these are all so-called white people, okay, at least it looks that to me, like that, to me, okay. Nathan Meyer Rothschild, Nathan Meyer Rothschild, okay, and whatsoever. So I don't know, okay, you can go into these pictures. Here, for example, is a good one. It's a little bit what I look for, okay, but it's not the only family, you know, from the so-called elite on the left-hand side, okay, not the right-hand side, but the left-hand side. Here, Emma Rothschild, 1948. Yeah. So these are your Jewish people, of course, you know. So this is, again, not Syrians, not Egyptians. So how is it that the so-called Old Testament writes, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite or an Egyptian there? You see? So the hopeful elect are even so professional when it comes to the Bible, okay, that you can't even deceive them, okay, which I learned from them. That's why I know it also, because let's be honest, I couldn't find it, okay, that it's actually another source text there, but it should be another source text there, okay, because it says, and there are even books, okay, books on how that word should mean Syrian, okay. Forgot the name of the ruler in that time, but he said like Syrian, you know. So you have different sources, okay, and first and foremost the Bible that says that this can't be the original text there, when it comes to that word, but that is the only word where the Textus Receptus in the so-called New Testament and the Masoretic text, which is from the Hebrew, not Greek, okay, has basically a flaw, so-called, if you will, okay, which is not a flaw, but just a try of the wicked to deceive you, okay. So really, we know that all these people out there calling themselves elites, okay, but really deceiving the people with their different politicians, which is the dragon, okay, the devil and the deceiver. We know that these people eventually, of course, have to put down with violence, because, even you have the so-called Nazis here in Germany, but they really can't do something, okay. So this is why real war will break out, okay. What is it? Yeah, civil war, of course. Yeah, you will have a big civil war, okay, because in the end there will be no law anymore by any of those politicians. There will be no police anymore, okay. Like now you have the police, No, that all will be done away with to some extent, okay, especially in America, where these different nations will shoot at America, and guess what? Okay, guess what? Before that and after that is complete chaos, okay, everywhere in the world. And that all because of a certain seed, deceiving the nations and not wanting to change, okay. So of course this last kingdom has to be brought down with violence, because there's no other, as it seems, or as everybody can see it, okay, there is no other way for those wicked, wicked, doings, okay. And they show it to you in their movies, okay, accusing falsely also, okay. Like, for example, if you say something against ABC people, you all of a sudden are, a terrorist or whatever. And guess what? That's not the case, okay? That's just making use of the law, okay? Use of the law where you live in, as it goes. Metaphorically applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of God, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. Yeah, you have actually Satanists right now in these last days coming out that they, once they was hiding it, but now they do it openly, okay. So you side with the devil, basically, okay, and everybody who sides with the devil in these last days will be treated as the devil, okay. So this is why we come back to 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, okay, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Yeah, with all this crazy nonsense what you have on the internet, in people's mouths in these last days. Okay, all kind of crazy nonsense. Okay, especially also from our people. Okay, so however they call themselves, also in Germany, or Africans or whatever. Okay, go out of here, man. Okay, all kind of nonsense. Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to go into because if we go into the word demon, for example, King James Version, demon is not existent. Why is that? Because we have the word evil spirit. You see? 1 Samuel, okay, talks about evil spirit. Let's go to the interlinear. 1 Samuel is the Old Testament, so-called. Yeah, Salakia again. Sometimes you just have to skip it and you go back to it and it works. Okay, but the spirit, yeah, Ruah, okay. In the Hebrew, you say in the real Hebrew, Wakar. Kodash means holy, so that's why you say spirit holy, the Wakar Kodash. Okay, so let's go to evil and spirit. Wa. So Wa means evil. Maybe you know it from the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Okay. Yeah. So there's really nothing else to say. Evil. Let's go to the word evil. Tools. What is evil, right? What is evil? Evil. What is evil? Let's see what evil is. Okay. And how we know what evil is? If we look into the law. Okay, because if there wouldn't be a law, just like in your country, you wouldn't know what good and what not good is. Okay. So of course the law is holy, righteous and good, and as a Christian, you have to know that. Okay? Because what if somebody asks me what is evil, and I call myself, which I don't call myself a Christian, of course I call myself an Israelite. Okay, but if somebody comes to me, hey, you're an Israelite, please tell me what bad is or what evil is, so I can repent from, maybe I was a murderer, maybe I was, a thief or whatever, maybe I was a Rothschild. Oh, you're still a Rothschild? Just joking. But, what is it that I can do? Okay, because repentance is actually only for Israelites, so that's how we know that only somebody who is an Israelite can understand this truth. Okay, so most likely you're an Israelite, you come to me, you ask me, oh, what is it that I can do so I'm not evil anymore? Okay, so Yahweh okay, Yahweh Shai can make me righteous, can declare me as righteous in the end, because you are not righteous right now, even if you keep the law perfect, which no human being can do. But let's just say that he can make you righteous in the end, completely. Okay, because you repented. You was repenting. Technical English. And yeah, what should I answer? I can just answer, please, okay, go, if you can do it alone, go with me in the scriptures. Let's look inside the law, and let's look what the law says, what evil is and good is. And we can go to simple things inside of the law, and just figure it out. Exactly. That's the only way how it works. Okay, and it starts with the 10 Commandments, of course, but there's more than the 10 Commandments. Okay, evil, distress, misery, injury, calamity. Okay, I'll give you an example. 5 most difficult laws of Moses. You know how those people call it, the laws of Moses. Okay, which Moses was just the lawgiver. Okay, A lawyer explains the difficult laws of Moses. Are they harsh? 5 years ago. Yeah, one example, we just need one example. Yeah, so of course you need teachers, okay, who show you the way, okay, how you can keep those laws today, which most of the stuff is really simple to understand. Okay, let me get one example. If a man kills somebody accidentally, which even that is a law that you can't keep today, but the kingdom is to come, where we can keep laws. Exodus 21:13, for example, in the KJV, in the best case. Okay, all these translations most likely don't use the texts with scepters, neither. Okay, the Masoretic text, you see, so you want to make sure you have the right translation. So that's why you, like I said, there are Bibles who use these two text sources, but I don't know which which of those, but yeah, there are. Okay, so this is Exodus 21 and 13. And if a man, wait, will point in place where they should be. Yeah, verse 14 sagt, but if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may die. Verse 13. And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. Yeah. But if a verse 13, but if a man, yeah, here you have it in another translation, for example. Difficult English. But if a person kills someone accidentally, okay, which is, sometimes you can say, okay, it's a little bit more teen language even to some extent, these different kind of translations. And here it is actually not bad, because it's the same sense in the end. But if a person killed someone accidentally, God allowed that to happen. So the person must go to a place I will choose. Yeah. You can say, you can, if you know the so-called New Testament, you know that nothing happens without Yahweh Shem Shai, okay, which sits in heaven, not on the earth, okay, everywhere at the same time, okay, if you know that. Quote, okay, I can be everywhere at the same time, seeing everything, okay. Esau wants to do that, but he's not able to. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai, God the Father in heaven and his Son, they are everywhere at the same time, seeing everything, even things done in secret. So God allowed it to happen in the end. So the person must go to a place I will choose. Yeah, because if you kill someone accidentally, you did it not with intent, okay? So there's a law if you kill somebody accidentally, and a law if you kill somebody with intent. Exactly. So that's how we know what is evil and what is not evil. We go into the law and look how is dealt with that, okay? And if you read that somebody has to be killed, then it is because he was doing evil, okay? That is the conclusion, my friends. Yeah. Okay, so in these last days, most people don't have a clue what is written in the law. Okay, not even the Ten Commandments, which makes them evil. Okay, evil. Okay, because you can't say I believe in the Bible, but at the same time you're not even interested in the law of the Bible. The law is just something that shows you what evil is and what good is. The law is not something just there to be ignored. Makes no sense. Okay. So again, if somebody comes to me and asks me what is evil, I would suggest him read the Bible, but always try your best to keep the law to as far as it is possible, which these Jewish people do that at least. Okay, whereas which this is a good thing. I don't believe the Rothschilds do that. Okay, maybe you can correct me on that. I don't believe that. But if you have so much money, uh, you tend to forget, really your creator. That is why the scripture says, "Give me not too much money, and give me not too much poverty." Okay, because both is really not in balance. Yeah, and you know, and you saying, "Oh, I'm perfect, perfectly, keeping the law," is a lie. Okay, but you saying, "Oh, I don't even try to keep the law," is uh, is no lie, but is evil. Okay, yeah. So basically, you have a lot of evil spirits in these last days. Okay, a lot of evil spirits. And what is it that these evil spirits say? "Oh, you don't have to keep the law." Okay. Oh, there will no there wicked words. What's that? Okay. Which that is what I will read later. But people on the internet talking about there will be no third world war, which the scriptures talk about a third world war. Okay, so how is it that we have all these opinions in these last days, but nobody comes with really proof? Okay, you can't sit there somewhere with 10 people talking about, "Oh, there will be no third world war." How you know? How you know? How you know that there will be no third world war? Show me proof. Okay. Yeah, wicked. Let's go into the word wicked. Bad, false. Okay. If you say, "Oh, this and that," it works for the country that you currently live in. Okay. You say like, "Oh, if you talk about ABC people being in a demonic spirit, okay, or being demons, somebody actually would come to you and say you are wicked." Okay, but of course they don't, you know, they don't say it that way. Okay, most likely they will say you are a terrorist. Okay, they will not say you are bad, wicked, false, or something. Okay, they will say you are a terrorist. But at the same point, they are a wizard. Okay, or they are a witch, basically. Okay, or a demon, first and foremost. In the end. Okay. Let's go into the word evil spirit, but I believe that's not in there. Evil spirit. Yeah, it's not really in there. Yeah, I think the topic is clear. And yeah, I believe I will post something in the description box. Okay, but that was it for today. Shalom and double honors to the elders and apostles of Good Millstone. Shalom.